evening. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to your Chamber's 50th anniversary celebration. 50 years ago this year, the Chamber of Commerce in Selma and Chamber of Commerce in Smithfield joined together to form the Greater Smithfield Area Chamber of Commerce. How many of you remember 50 years ago when US Highway 301, now Brightleaf Boulevard between Smithfield and Selma, was a two-lane road with ditches on each side? How many of you remember 50 years ago when you could not make a toll-free telephone call in the county into the Smithfield-Selma area? Toll-free phone service was only available between Smithfield residents and business and Selma residents and business. Your chamber began to work on these two projects and adopted these two projects as its primary economic development projects 50 years ago. Your chamber leadership worked with political leaders, the Highway Department in Raleigh, and the Highway Commission. And when we went to Raleigh for our first meeting with the Highway Department and made our presentation demonstrating the need and economic benefit of widening the highway, one of the employees of the Highway Department made the comment, well, this will cost a lot of money. Even acquiring the right-of-way in Smithfield at the intersection of US Highway 7 and US Highway 301 will cost a lot of money. The person I designated as spokesman for the group that day immediately replied, well, look, even though it costs a lot of money, you don't have to begin construction in Smithfield, you can begin construction in Selma. I'm proud to say that your chamber leadership did obtain approval for the funding of the first phase of widening Highway 301 between Smithfield and Selma 50 years ago. For telephone toll-free service all over the county, your chamber leadership called a meeting one night, invited the business leaders in Smithfield and Selma, and I invited one county commissioner, the county commissioner that I thought would be the most influential and most help in accomplishing our goal. I made the presentation for the need and economic benefit of toll-free telephone service into the Smithfield-Selma area from other parts of the county. And I made the comment that businesses and people in Princeton could call Goldsboro toll-free, and Benson could call Dunn toll-free, and Clayton could call Raleigh toll-free, and in Kenly could call Wilson toll-free. When I said that, the county commissioner said, somebody went to sleep at the switch several years ago, didn't they? Now, he wasn't talking about anyone else. He was talking about himself, and he said, this needs to be done. So your chamber leadership again worked with political leaders, the telephone company that serviced our area, and the State Utilities Commission. And I'm proud to say that the first phase of toll-free telephone service all over the county was granted 50 years ago. Your Chamber of Commerce leadership recognized the great economic benefit of widening Highway 301 and toll-free telephone service, and it has been a great economic benefit for the Smithfield-Selma area. Your Chamber leadership, capable leadership in years since, up until this day, has made tremendous progress for you, the people. And I'm just so proud of the Chamber today to see how far it has come from 50 years ago. Your Chamber of Commerce today is bigger, better than ever before, serves more people, offers more benefits and services than ever before, and I think very wisely and appropriately had a name change in 2019 to Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. At this time when we cannot meet together as a group in one place and enjoy food, fun, and fellowship, I do welcome you to this virtual meeting and hope you enjoy what you see and what you hear, and hope you have a pleasant, enjoyable evening. Again, welcome to all.
Hello, members of the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. It's a pleasure to be with you here today to congratulate you on your 50th anniversary. What an achievement, and thank you for everything you've done over the past 50 years to help your communities, to grow your communities through private sector job growth. It's a great pleasure to work with you. It's a great pleasure to work with Mike. The good work that you have done over the years has positioned that area to be a leader in our state in private sector job growth. When Selma and Smithfield came together back in 1970, it was clear that the unity that those two communities brought was going to do great things for that region of the state. Very privileged to be able to say congratulations today and look forward to the good work you're going to do ahead It's even more important given the challenges we face from the COVID-19 pandemic, that the chambers of commerce, the local chambers of commerce, led by groups like yours, who are coming together and cooperating and celebrating 50 years of achievement, help rebuild Eastern North Carolina and help us rebuild our state. So again, congratulations on your 50th anniversary. Thank you for everything you've done in the past for your region, your community, our state. And thank you for what you will do in the future as we look to rebuild North Carolina and maintain our place as one of the best places in the country to live, work, and raise a family. Take care and congratulations again.
Good evening. My name is Eric Brownlee. Welcome to the Triangle East Chamber Annual Meeting for 2019. You may have noticed that we're about 6 months behind schedule. We've had a busy and interesting spring at the Chamber, just like every business in our area. But we are optimistic that better days lie ahead. We're pleased that you've decided to join us this evening. I was Chamber Chair for 2018 and 2019, so thankfully my successor will have to explain this year. That's good news for me. This is the annual meeting for 2019, so let me recap last year. First, I want to thank Mike, Kelly, Christy, and Krista for their hard work in 2019. We had some ambitious goals and many successes due to the hard work of the board, the staff, the volunteers, and most importantly, the membership. Without the teamwork of those groups, we never could have had the accomplishments that we had in 2019. Additionally, a special thanks to Jeremy Bailey for putting this evening's videos together. In 2019, we added 71 new members. We currently sit at 574 members. In 2019, we had 5 municipalities. We finished with 7 municipalities, and we currently sit at 9 municipalities. Smithfield, Selma, Kenly, Cleveland, Princeton, Wilson's Mills, Micro, Archer's Lodge, and Pine Level are all collaborative members of our chamber, and we thank them for their support. We won the 2019 Chamber of Commerce a Year Award for chambers under 700 members from the Carolinas Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives. In October, we partnered with the Johnson County Regional Airport to put on the SkyFest Air Show with a crowd in excess of 8,000. Along with our partners at JCC, we put on the first annual JOCO Works event, where we brought over 3,500 8th graders to tour 10 worlds of work. Blue Line Aviation announced has started their expansion plans at Johnson County Regional Airport. And our friends at Campers Inn RV opened their beautiful showroom in 2019. The Eastville development in Selma got started with the renovation of the JR's building by our friends at Adventure Development. Those are just a few of the accomplishments from your team at the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. I'd also like to congratulate the Community Award winners for 2019. You were chosen from a sizable field of very deserving people. You should be proud of your accomplishment, and we're proud to be associated with you. And I'd like to thank our outgoing board members. Karina Knott from Interstate Outdoor, Keith Dimsdale from Chick-fil-A are 2 of my friends, my mentors on the board, and the 2 that got me into this. Jonna Faulkner, who served as our educational ambassador on our board for many years. Twyla Wells, the Athena Award winner for 2018 in the face of Johnson Community College. My friend and fellow Rotarian Kevin Barnes from First Citizens Bank. Christina Peterson from the Partnership for Children, whose passion for serving children and her community is unequaled. Colleen Roby from Simple Twist, who has an endless energy and enthusiasm during her commitment to the Chamber. And Chandler Purnell from Purnell's Heating and Air. Chandler grew up here and has a tremendous passion for education and our community as well. Again, thank you to these great leaders who served this chamber over the last few years. I'd like to introduce to you now the Ambassador of the Year for the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. This year's recipient has been a tremendous asset to the ambassadors, volunteering and attending a great number of events. Kitty Johnson, our Member Services Chair, says his willingness and dependability are perfect traits for the role of ambassador, and we look forward to many years of work and friendship. The Triangle East Chamber of Commerce 2019 Ambassador of the Year is David Jackson. Congratulations, David, a well-deserved honor. And now I'd like to recognize the Howard Best Award for Outstanding Member of the Board for 2019. This award is named after Howard Best, who was killed in a tragic accident in May of 1987. At that time, Howard was serving as the Community Betterment Vice President of the Chamber. This award is sponsored by W. Landis Bullock Independent Contractor Supply and Bullock Brothers. Thank you, Landis, for your support. The award for 2019 goes to Keith Dimsdale. Keith has served the Chamber for many years and at some point would likely be the MVP for any organization he's part of. I can't begin to tell you how many times I turn to Keith for counsel on particular issues, including how to be a better chair. Keith's attention to detail involving chamber finance, bylaws, and process is second to none. His integrity, maturity, and steady hand has long been relied on at this chamber. I can't thank him enough for all he's done for me, our chamber, and this community. Thank you, Keith. You're the best. I've always believed that the key to a vibrant and relevant chamber is participation, promoting and using our chamber members for work at your business, at home, planning and promoting networking events, educational programs, and connecting developers and businesses in our community are all part of that participation. People want to be a part of a successful, positive, and energetic organization. Your chamber is just that type of organization. As you know, we're embarking on a business environment that is unknown. Having your chamber as your advocate, your consultant, your marketing arm, and your supporter is a good way to tackle this new environment. I'd also like to thank and wish well my successor for 2020-21, Jeff Navarro. Jeff is younger than me, taller than me, and a good bit smarter than me. I believe I've left the board in his capable hands. And lastly, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Michelle. She's always been the best part of me, and without her, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jeff Navarro, and I am the chairman of the board for the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce 2020 and 21. I'm a certified financial planner with Edward Jones in Smithfield, and I look forward to continuing the good works of our Chamber of Commerce. First and foremost, I would like to give a huge thank you to Eric Brownlee, my predecessor and friend. Your tireless efforts over the past 2 years have really helped to grow our voice and influence substantially. I would also like to welcome our new board of directors and also thank those who continue to serve. Our incoming board of directors include Jim Lawson of Campers Inn RV, Bob Lockhart of Global Skyware, Mike Fleming of Magic Murals, Will Lampe of Lampe and Malfris, Monica Meadows of 2MQ Consulting, and Araceli Albashna from A&E Accounting Group. Welcome and thank you for your willingness to serve. Our current directors include Lamar Armstrong, Marla Ashworth, Woody Bailey, Eric Brownlee, April Culver, Lynn Daniels, Michael Douglas, Sol Halliburton, Rick Heilman, Stephen Hicks, Lisa Holland, Kitty Johnson, Kay Johnson, Trent Lassiter, Mark McDonald, Melissa Overton, John Scoville, Stephen Wensman, and Leanna Worley. Again, thank you so much for all that you do and all you do to make our communities better. Why do we serve? What is the value of the Chamber of Commerce? Where are we going in the future? These are but a few of the questions I've been asked in the past and hope to shed some light on today. First, we serve because we care. We hope to make our community a better place. The value of the Chamber of Commerce is to serve as a unified voice for our business community. There have been numerous examples of positive changes that have occurred because of or in part by the Chamber of Commerce. From planting seeds of future growth through programs like JOCO Works, or helping existing employers in our area retain employees and employers because of legislative issues. We are fostering an environment for economic growth, and the future couldn't be any brighter. Let me say that I believe we have hit a home run by finding Mike Mancuso to be the president of the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. Since his leadership began a few short years ago, we have seen unprecedented growth in membership and influence. We now have direct connection with over 60,000 residents in our area, and 9 communities are now members of the Chamber. We will continue to pursue transit opportunities for Johnston County as we are the fastest growing county in North Carolina. We will continue to grow our voice through membership and connections, and the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce continues to help our community prosper. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our current environment is constantly changing, offering new challenges, but with your help and valuable leadership, we can make positive impacts on our future. This is the 50th anniversary of our Chamber. I hope to be here for the 100th. Let's make it a great year, and God bless.
Okay, this part of our annual meeting is the annual review of the bylaws, and so we're going to take a few minutes to go through, make sure everybody's in.
No, this isn't the part we talk about bylaws.
This is the part where we throw it back and see what things were like back in the 70s in my era. This is far out. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and see what things were like back in the day when the Chamber began its work. This must be what Chandler Purnell feels like.
The Triangle East Chamber of Commerce is not just an organization and a calendar of events. It's not just ceremonies, a plaque on the wall, or a sticker on the door. From the very beginning, the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce has been about people. It's men and women working to achieve their dreams and reaching out to help others succeed in their goals. It's business owners caring about their communities and taking action to create a better quality of life for their families and neighbors. It's leaders willing to try something new to build a better future. In 1909, a group of citizens in Smithfield, North Carolina, wanted to form a wide-awake chamber to help the town grow. Just a few miles away, the Selma Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1958. Smithfield and Selma, working side by side as neighbors, shared a desire to make their communities as strong as they could be. They saw the value in collaboration as they reached for that goal. The Greater Smithfield-Selma Area Chamber of Commerce came into being on January 1, 1970, and Johnston County was indelibly changed for the better. Our home would not be the place it is today without the passion, drive, and determination of our chamber members over the past 50 years. Under the leadership of the first chairman of the board, Graham Neville, the chamber sought to transition the area from a manufacturing and tobacco market to service businesses and retail trade. Efforts to attract industrial development began with the government of Johnston County. We pushed for employment of a county manager so Johnston County's government could be equipped to keep pace with the public demands of economic development. Chamber leaders also established the need for an airport as early as 1969. The Johnston County Airport opened in 1978 and still serves our area today. We launched the downtown revitalization efforts in both Smithfield and Selma in the 1970s, which led to the creation of the Downtown Smithfield Development Corporation in the 1980s and the eventual antique mecca of Selma in the 1990s. As we worked to attract new businesses, we knew it was necessary to improve the resources for families in Johnston County. We began recruiting physicians, reaching out to businesses in nearby towns, speaking up for quality healthcare and education. In 1977, the Chamber submitted a request to widen the highway between Smithfield and Selma. The widening of 301 became the top priority on the Chamber's 1979 agenda. Chamber members supported this movement until it was accomplished in 1985. As the 1980s began, the Chamber once again called on the county government to create a new position, asking for a full-time county industrial recruiter so that we could compete with other counties in our fast-growing region in the race for additional industrial jobs. The Travel and Tourism Committee began, leading to county-wide interest in tours of Kenley's Tobacco Farm Life Museum, county historical sites, the Ava Gardner Museum, and a historical Smithfield walking tour. The Chamber's retail development team was created in 1982, and a retail boom followed. The 1980s brought the Carolina Pottery, the Outlet Mall, and Walmart. Continuing their efforts to attract new industries to Johnston County, the Chamber helped to develop Oak Tree Corporate Park and to secure its first occupant. The Chamber advocated for county-wide toll-free telephone calls, helped secure the bid for a $1.2 million winery vineyard in Selma, assisted Pine Level merchants in their business models, created the Johnston County Economic Development Commission, promoted the construction of a 1,000-seat auditorium at Johnston Technical College, and initiated the annual Ham and Yam Festival. In December of 1985, the Dick Fleming family donated property adjacent to the Outlet Center to the Chamber, not long before Rick Childrey began his 30-year journey as the Chamber's executive director in 1986. The Yelvington Lee House was selected for the new Chamber office, and a landmark project led by Susan Lassiter began. The historic house, built in 1880, was moved from downtown Smithfield to the new site. It stands now as a testimony to the resourcefulness of Chamber leadership and as a tie between the legacy of the past and the progress of the future. Johnston County was poised for substantial growth as the 1990s commenced. Gaining U.S. Chamber accreditation, we helped bring in industry expansions, and in the mid-90s, led a charge to emphasize marketing for the towns. Importance was placed on not just bringing people to our area to work, but to also live. Hand in hand with that effort, the Chamber was designed as a tourist information center. Connections to Raleigh and the entire 919 area code were easier to make, as toll-free telephone calls were finally secured for the county. Our community involvement deepened with the formation of an education committee. We began to award a Teacher of the Year with the Flame for Learning program. Following a pattern of innovation, we became the first chamber in North Carolina to create a drug-free workplace program for members and to take a step forward into a new century. Our very first website became a part of the World Wide Web. The 2000 census revealed that Johnston County's population had grown by over 50% in the 1990s. The Chamber set their sights on their goals for the new millennium: create future leaders, enhance skills of workforce, promote smart growth initiatives to enhance quality of life, and remain the leading voice for the business community. Although Jean Massengill's retirement after working for the Chamber for 23 years was a hard farewell, the Chamber was led by a stellar team of leaders in this decade, beginning with Chair Kim McCullers. The Chamber encouraged visual improvements for our businesses, created a transportation committee, ran a land use study to help develop plans for roads and highways, and worked diligently to support our schools. A new Leadership Johnston program was developed, giving opportunities for the next generation of leaders to access interactive training. This time of advancing technologies and learning opportunities gave businesses even more impetus to invest in the work of the Chamber, and we implemented our Chamber Champions program. Led by Rick Childrey and Kelly Wallace, networking events in the 2010s flourished. Coffee connections, groundbreaking celebrations, business after hours, and ribbon cuttings made connections that led to success for our individual members and, in turn, our communities. The Chamber continued the decades-long tradition of presenting the Athena International Leadership and Citizen of the Year Awards in order to encourage community service and leadership. The last few years have been full of groundbreaking projects for the Chamber. We have maintained our commitment to investing in educational programs, promoting the region to attract new businesses, and leading the call for smart growth solutions. We have heeded the call for a better-equipped workforce in innovative ways, leading a county-wide initiative to introduce JOCO Works, which connected over 3,000 eighth graders to workforce opportunities in Johnston County through an interactive career exposition. As these major endeavors were underway, new connections were being forged within the Chamber itself. When Michael Mancuso accepted the position of president in February of 2018, he, along with the board of directors, saw an opportunity to make a positive impact along the I-95 corridor of Johnston County by creating a new mission to recenter the work of the Chamber on a regional level. 3 new towns joined the Chamber in 2018: Kenly, Princeton, and Wilsons Mills, each adding their unique voice to economic development, workforce readiness, education, and legislative affairs. To better reflect our mission of inclusivity and renewed dedication to the region as a whole, January 1st of 2019 brought a major change. The Greater Smithfield-Selma Area Chamber of Commerce became the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. Over the course of 2019, the reach of the Triangle East Chamber expanded yet again to include the town of Micro and the Cleveland community. The year culminated with our chamber being recognized by the Carolinas Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives with the 2019 Outstanding Chamber of the Year Award. The work of the Chamber today would not be possible without the work of the Chamber in the past. Our foundation has been, from the beginning, collaborative. That value has held firm through the changes of time. Our 50th year dawned with the addition of Pine Level to our Triangle East family. The Chamber that began in 1970 with a single partnership between Smithfield and Selma begins 2020 with the unity of 9 communities. We believe the collaboration of our towns strengthens our ability to make the place we call home the best it can be. We are the Triangle East Chamber, the people who work, play, shop, raise their families, and build for the future right here in Archer Lodge, Cleveland, Kenly, Micro, Pine Level, Princeton, Selma, Smithfield, and Wilsons Mills. We always have been, and we always will be, greater together.
And now I'd like to introduce Carly Heilman. She's our presenter for awards this evening. Carly is the co-host of the JOCO Morning Show on 102.3 Country Superstars, Johnston County's only FM radio station. Carly's been born and raised on country music and has been part of the radio industry her entire life. Thank you for celebrating with us tonight.
Distinguished Citizens of the Year are chosen for their consistent service over the years to their towns. They have shown outstanding dedication to their community and have voluntarily given their time, their talent, and their energy. We are excited to celebrate citizens who are committed to making a positive difference in the Triangle East towns. Kinley's Distinguished Citizen of the Year is Janie Holland. The town of Kinley praised Janie's tireless efforts for the community and said that she is all we hope for from residents. Truly, this lifelong citizen of Kinley gives of her time and her resources to her home. Janie currently serves as the president of Kinley Area Chamber of Commerce and is the chairperson for the Christmas on Main event that is held each December. She is the founding member of the Christmas on Main event, which has increased in attendance every year since 2017. Janie is also a volunteer for the Tobacco Farm Life Museum and the Kinley Historical Society. She has also been a volunteer for the Harbor House, Flame for Learning, and First and Families. Janie Holland and her entire family, which includes 4 kids and 4 grandkids, are proud to make Kinley their home and strive individually and collectively to make it a better place to live and to raise a family. Congratulations, Janie.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce for this event and for all that they do for our county and our communities. I would also like to thank the town of Kinley for this recognition. It's such an honor. I'm proud to stand tonight with these other individuals who have been recognized for their great contributions to their towns and to their communities. When you're growing up, the only thing that you can think about is getting out of a small town that you live in. You just want to get away. But after all these years, I'm still in that small hometown because I figured out that I didn't want to be anywhere else in the world. I love rural America, I love small town life, and I love Kinley. Over the years, I have spent a tremendous amount of time in Kinley as I worked and owned businesses there. In town, I've walked from the post office to the bank and all the places in between for many, many years. I've spent much time talking with the members of the community. I have watched all the changes downtown over the years, and there have been so much change. It's been amazing to watch 2 generations of children grow up in our small town to become strong, responsible adults. I believe a lot of this is due to a positive community involvement, good education, and solid business mentors. I'm blessed to have a supportive husband who is also born and bred in Kinley with very strong agricultural roots. We share a love for Kinley, and small town ties has held our family together. Our 4 children and their families all live in Kinley. They are all contributing to the community every day. They are educators, farmers, agritourism owners, and senior management of Kinley's largest employer. And also my daughter currently serves on the Kinley Town Council. I truly believe that Kinley is making strides in the right direction and that our town is headed toward a bright future. Thank you.
The town of Princeton is pleased to announce their Distinguished Citizen of the Year to Matthew Cornett. Matthew has served as lead pastor of Princeton Church since September 2014. He's been married to his wife Karen for 20 years, and they have 2 children, Isabella and Lucas. Matthew and Karen love Johnson County, and they consider it their home. They feel honored to serve in Princeton community and the surrounding areas. Commissioner Mike Rose summarized Pastor Matt's importance to Princeton, and he said, Matt has a vision for the betterment of the entire Princeton community, not just his church. He has spearheaded events like R3, where the entire church uses a Sunday of community outreach and service projects to help organizations outside of the church. He moved the Country Fall Fair celebration downtown, bringing thousands of people to downtown. He's involved with the North Carolina State Highway Patrol, and he serves as a chaplain, helping people during the most difficult times. Congratulations to Pastor Matt.
Hey there, Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. My name is Matthew Cornett, and I'm the lead pastor at Princeton Church. I just wanted to shoot this quick video during these crazy COVID-19 times and just say thank you for an incredible honor to be selected as Citizen of the Year for Princeton. But I gotta be honest with you, I don't feel like I deserve this because quite frankly, it's not just me. I'm the leader of an incredible organization. I'm the lead pastor of an incredible organization called Princeton Church. And so on behalf of Princeton Church, thank you. A couple of things that I want to say as far as thanks goes is number one, thanks to God. Because without Him, none of this is possible. In fact, the scripture tells us that every good and perfect gift comes from the Father of lights. And so we give God praise and glory for all the good that may come from us. Because if there's any good in us, it originated in Him. Second of all, I want to give thanks to the church staff. I want to give thanks to the church leadership and the Princeton Church community, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do events like R3, which stands for Reach, Relate, and Revive. That's our spring event where we take a Sunday off, go into the community, love on people, mow lawns, take care of people's homes, do community service to show people that the church doesn't just belong inside of walls, but the church needs to be outside of these walls. We couldn't do that event without the Princeton Church community. Or on October 31st, our country fair that we took to downtown Princeton this past year. And we just loved on people, gave a free event so that they could come out, have a safe event for their families. We couldn't do events like that without the Princeton Church community. So I give big props and big thanks to all the people who make up our church. Lastly, I give thanks to organizations like you, Triangle East, because the bottom line is that we need organizations like you to be able to partner with, to be able to have people who are backing us to go and do great things inside of the community. So thank you, Chamber of Commerce, for being an organization who cares about the businesses and the communities that surround us. It is our honor as a church here at Princeton Church to receive this Citizen of the Year. God bless you, and thank you so much for all that you're doing and all the other folks who are being honored as Citizens of the Year. God bless you.
This year's Distinguished Citizens of the Year for Selma are Charles and Donna Reed. In 1998, Charles and Donna Reed relocated their children to Selma, and they opened Reed's Country Sampler. Because of their dedication to providing a vast array of quality and unique merchandise and outstanding customer service, their business has prospered and now is 21 years strong. Years later, Charles decided to open a print shop at the back of the store. The business grew so much that it needed its own building, so Charles bought another Uptown Selma business to become Reed's Print Services, which is known for its focus of quality and continues to grow its customer base. Donna and Charles are both great ambassadors for Selma. Donna is currently serving on the Selma Tourism Committee and participates in the new grassroots efforts known as Activate Selma. Both Charles and Donna are constantly thinking of new ways to improve their business as well as new ways to improve the town of Selma. Their dedication that Charles and Donna have shown is greatly appreciated by many in Selma. Congratulations, Charles and Donna. The town of Smithfield has chosen Mr. Emery Ashley as their Distinguished Citizen of the Year. Born and raised in Johnston County, Mr. Emery Ashley has served the citizens of Smithfield in various capacities for much of his adult life. After graduating from Campbell University of Law in 1989, Ashley joined his father's law practice in Smithfield. He's assisted countless citizens with legal advice and support. In addition to serving the community in his legal profession, Emery also served on the Smithfield Town Council and was even Mayor Pro Tem for a couple years. Emery is also a Triangle East Chamber of Commerce member, a member of the North Carolina Bar Association, and a member of the National Association of Elder Law Attorneys and Johnson County Foundation Board. Emery, do you have any time to stay at home? Congratulations, Emery.
Wow, Chamber, what an award. Thank you very, very much. It is quite indeed an honor to be named the Distinguished Citizen for Smithfield. Don't know that I've ever been called distinguished before, but I kind of like it. It sort of sounds good and it feels good. Can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. I'm not so sure I am deserving of such a high honor, but I must have done something good along the way, as is the goal always for everyone. But thank you very, very much. I want to talk a minute about Smithfield. I love Smithfield. I was born and raised here. I feel very fortunate to have been born and raised here. As a teenager and college student, I thought Smithfield was the last place I wanted to be. But somewhere along that journey to maturity, my wife and I couldn't pick a better place to raise a family. Didn't want to be anywhere else other than here to make a life together and raise a family. And it's been a wonderful journey in Smithfield so far. Hope that journey continues for many, many, many years. When I first ran for town council in 2011, I spoke about all that Smithfield had to offer. And I said, Smithfield has everything you would want in a community to make a life except a waterfront. And then it dawned on me that, well, golly, we do have a waterfront. We have the Neuse River. So Smithfield really checks all the boxes in terms of places to live, work, and play, and to make a life, and to have a life, and a high quality of life. We are fortunate in this county that we have a number of great municipalities, each unique, each wonderful in their own way. We're also fortunate that we have a good county. And one of the things we're probably most fortunate about is we have a history of very, very good people in our county moving us forward. And we have good people in the county today moving us forward, and I'm thankful for that. In my lifetime, I've seen our chamber go from the Smithfield Chamber to the Smithfield-Selma Chamber to the Greater Smithfield-Selma Area Chamber of Commerce, and to now Triangle East Chamber of Commerce, which is a great thing. In our current world, with the economic situation and with the continuing strive for quality of life, we are better together. We can work together as a team like Triangle East is doing, and yet we can retain and celebrate our uniqueness and our wonderfulness, if you will, in each municipality. And Chamber, I thank you for that. Once again, thank you for this award. I hope I've lived up to it, and I hope I continue to do so. Thank you.
Wilson Mills is pleased to honor David McGowan as our Distinguished Citizen of the Year. David McGowan is on the Town Council and serves his community well in that capacity. He also is a retired Air Force pilot. David goes above and beyond for the community. He oversees the community service workers who are assigned to work for the town by the courts. David tries to make a difference in the lives of everyone that he comes in contact with. And during those times when the community doesn't have any volunteers, you'll see David out walking the streets to pick up trash and keep Wilson Mills clean. David has helped get our community involved with programs that will help improve our lives on a daily basis. And although he's not a Johnson County native, he treats this community as his own, and he strives daily to make it the best that he can be. David McGowan is an outstanding citizen, and he deserves to be recognized as a Distinguished Citizen of the Year because of his heart, his actions, and his love for his community.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David McGowan, and I am a citizen of Wilson's Mills, right here in Johnston County. I'm also a member of the Town Council here in Wilson's Mills, a proud member, I might say. And I am continually amazed at the citizenship here in Wilson's Mills and Johnston County, the quality of the citizens that we have here, and how they don't hesitate to go above and beyond to get the job done. And that's why I am really thankful for being nominated for the Outstanding Citizen for this year amongst all of these fine people. I want to thank everybody that had anything to do with this, and I really want to thank you, the members of the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce. This award means a lot to me, and I'm going to have it proudly sitting on my desk or hanging on my wall. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm sorry we couldn't have the banquet. That would have been a lot of fun, but it is what it is, and we'll move on from there. So once again, thank you very much for what you've done for me. It means a lot to me, and I look forward to continuing my work here in Wilson's Mills for years to come. Thank you once again.
The Jimmy Creech Small Business Person of the Year Award is given in memory of 1976 Board Chair Jimmy Creech, who operated Creech's Pharmacy in downtown Smithfield for over 50 years. It is presented to an outstanding small business owner in the community based on what their community has to say about them, the success, the longevity, and just the commitment to the community. Over 20 years ago, Spook Joyner opened the Rudy Theater on Rayford Street in Selma. Through the ups and downs of the economic cycles, there has been one constant in Selma, and that's the Rudy Theater. Spook has stayed committed to Selma and his business through some trying times. And through his commitment, he set an attendance record for over 26,000 people in 2019. So this award is given to business owners who have overcome obstacles that have come their way, and Mr. Joyner certainly has met these challenges this year with determination and innovative solutions. As flooding issues impacted the first rows of the theater, Spook's team had to pump water out. They had to move sandbags, but they didn't mind doing what was required to stay open while a permanent solution was being designed. Another challenge that Spook has had to deal with is having no complimentary businesses around the theater. Spook's sales manager, Jeff Hamilton, created a plan that helps both theater and surrounding businesses in Selma by offering lunch at the Civic Center before the show. This innovative opportunity has been a great way to showcase the Civic Center while increasing attendance for the Rudy Theater. Spook resides in Spring Hope, where he enjoys spending time with his two daughters, Erica and Jamie. And when asked about his love for the music business, well, Spook responds and says with no hesitation, "I'm thankful to God for the ability and the opportunity that He has given me to make a living in this wonderful thing we call the music business." Congratulations, Spook Joyner, and congratulations to your entire team.
Good morning, everybody. This is Spook Joyner coming at you live from the Rudy. Actually, I'm at the studio in Spring Hope this morning. I'm going to do something a little different today. Back in March, I got a call from Mike Mancuso, who is the president of the Triangle East Chamber. And Mike does a lot of good work for all of Johnston County down there. But in our conversation, he said, "Spook, you have been nominated and also won the Jimmy Creech Small Business Person Award of the Year." And I went, "Wow, that's good to know." He said, "Well, we'd like for you to, because of this virus thing, this was only the last couple of weeks I was called to do this little thing that we're doing this morning. So I'm giving you a little video and want to thank a few people for what we've done at the Rudy over the years. And I'm very thankful for this award, by the way. It's very, very kind of y'all to do that for me. But I didn't do this alone. I'm the guy that writes, directs, and produces the shows. But I first and foremost have to thank God for His guidance, His grace, love, and mercy. Without all of that, the Rudy wouldn't be there. And 21 years ago, when I walked in that place, I felt that it was just right. I had been on the road for so many years traveling, and I just had a good feeling about it. And it has proven to be very good for the county down there and for everybody, actually. It's great for me. I got a few folks I'd like to thank. Like I said, first of all, God, but there's a guy by the name of Dixon Fleming, who is a business partner of mine now for 21 years. And Dixon has been very instrumental in a lot of things in Johnston County. And his family's well known for doing the outlet center out there. So Dixon is a great businessman, a great guy. And I asked him, I said, "Why are you helping me with this?" And he said, "Something like this is needed in this county. It'll be great for the community." And he, in fact, was right. It's been really good for the whole community down there. I'd like to thank Selma, Mayor Oliver, and the previous mayors and all the people in the last 21 years in town that have helped and been supportive. And thanks to all you guys and gals. I'd also, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts of this whole thing, the day in and day out working, I've got two people that are very special to me, hard workers. They love that place just as much as I do. And a lot of y'all know Jeff Hamilton. Jeff is very instrumental in helping what he can do anywhere in Johnston County, but his main job is at the Rudy Theater. He is my lighting director. He is also my sales and marketing guy. And Jeff, I could go on for days about him. He just is ready to do what he can do to help. He's got a true love for that place. Nancy Wilkes, y'all have to edit this while we keep going. Nancy Whitfield is, I call her my sergeant of arms. She is actually my box office manager, and she keeps the books, and she keeps everybody, including me, in line down there. But Nancy's a very influential piece of the puzzle, so to speak. And I'd be remiss if I didn't send out a great big thanks to all of the musicians and singers light and sound people that have worked for me in the last 21 years to help bring good, clean family entertainment to Eastern North Carolina. I've had some great talent down there, and you know, they come and go, but we got a saying down there, people come and go, but Spook's gonna have a show. Anyway, with all of that said, Mike, thank you for the honor of the Jimmy Creech Small Business Person Award of the Year. It's very well received, sir. Wish y'all all good luck. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.
The Triangle East Citizen of the Year Award is given to someone who has made a significant contribution to the region by giving of their time, their talent, and their energies. This person shows commitment to the well-being and the quality of life in our area. It is with great pleasure that we announce the recipient of the 2019 Triangle East Citizen of the Year Award to Sol Halliburton, the Foundation Director for Johnson Health Foundation. Sol has worked tirelessly in her efforts to engage the community members in giving of her time, her talent, and her treasure. And through the Foundation's development plan, Sol seeks to cultivate donors and to be good stewards of their donations. She involves volunteers in activities as well as high-level decision-making, and she builds awareness of the hospital services and the Foundation programs. Serving others is a trademark of her leadership style. Currently, she is serving as the co-chair for the Johnson Health Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Council, and she's Public Image Chair of Rotary District 7710, and the Program Committee Chair of the Clayton Rotary Club. Her involvement with the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce as a board member and a grassroots founder of the Nonprofit Alliance has been a testament of how her teamwork creates success. This is really only a snapshot of the many roles that Sol plays in our region. From running her own volunteer group to giving of her time to a variety of worthy causes, Sol inspires others to make a positive impact on their communities. Congratulations, Sol.
Good evening. I am deeply humbled and honored to be your recipient of the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year Award. Mike, Kelly, and Christy asked me to share what this award means to me. To me, this is a symbol of friendship, community service, collaboration, equal opportunity, diversity, and family. Growing up, my dad took me to many networking events where I had to learn how to communicate with people of various ages and ethnicities. He also took me to many community service projects that he was actively involved in, and I think that is where my love for volunteering for nonprofits began. My mom was an excellent salesperson, and she taught me perseverance and to not take no for an answer, and if the answer was a no, it is always an opportunity for a yes in the future. My sister taught me to focus on excellence, whether or not people can see it. And my husband has always been there to support me, taught me always to be real, to be honest with myself and others, and he has backed me up all the way on everything that I do, whether it be at work or other nonprofit involvements that I'm in. With that, I want to thank my family so much because they are my foundation and they are the ones who are my cheerleaders every single day. And of course, I have my work team at Johnson Health Foundation. Without Amanda, Portia, April, all of our board members, and our active community leaders, what we do in the community would not be possible. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you. You have made this community my home. You have given me the opportunity to give back, to get involved, build new friendships, and collaborate with people who I've never collaborated with in the past. And it's because you create this atmosphere of friendship, of diversity, of equal opportunity. Thank you so much for this time. Have a great evening. And again, thank you for this award.
We also want to congratulate Katruja K. Johnson, our 2019 Athena International Leadership Award winner. Congratulations, Kay. Thank you for everything you're doing in our community. Nominations are open right now for the 2020 Athena International Award. So if you know someone who demonstrates excellence and creativity in their business and their profession, if they provide a valuable service to our community, and they are actively assisting women in achieving their full leadership potential, make sure you head on over to the Triangle East website to submit your 2020 Athena nomination.
I'm Mike Mancuso, the president and CEO of the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce, and I can't tell you how honored and humbled I am in your trust in me to be your president. I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening to celebrate this milestone of 50 years of the chambers merging together. And I also want to congratulate all of our award winners and thank them for their leadership. We wouldn't be here today without folks like them. It's important as we move forward to make sure that we understand the role of leadership and the role that the chamber plays in that move forward. Our future is brighter than ever, and part of it is where we are and who we are. And I want to talk about where we are for a minute. The chamber truly looks at us as the center of commerce on the East Coast of the United States. And a friend of ours, Kenley 95, and Kenley talks about the fact that we're halfway between the apple and the orange. So just from a transportation perspective, we are 8 hours from about 50% of the population of the United States. And that is a major thing for us. But look at where we're at and look at what we've got. This map of the chamber is here to remind us every day of the assets that we have and where they're located. So the map also talks about how we are tied to the triangle, and we'll get back to that in a minute. But geographically, we've got I-95 north and south, we've got 40 east and west, and then we've got the future corridor for the 42 corridor, which is currently 70, which gives us access to 2 deep water ports within 2 hours of our location. We also have north and south, east and west, Class A rail, which is a gift that most regions do not have. And then you just look at where else we can get to from this location. We're 4 hours to the mountains, we're 2 hours to the beach. We are in a climate that is as close to perfect as I've ever found. We're far enough inland that we're protected from most coastal storms. This is the place where manufacturing and distribution needs to come, and that's what we need to focus on for our future. One of the things that makes us so unique and I think so valuable in the future is our collaborative efforts. Johnston County really stands strong together. Our chamber now represents 9 communities, as you can see on the map. And we are together with all the communities of Johnston County and work collaboratively with all of the other area chambers. We also work collaboratively with the Triangle Chambers and that the Foundation and the North Carolina Chamber of Commerce to make sure we are connected to all that's going on in North Carolina. So those are advantages we have for the future. In economic development, folks that are looking for new locations to put a plant or an office don't necessarily look at political lines. And I think what we've done here in Johnston County and with Triangle East region is we've kind of, I don't want to say erased those lines, but we've created a collaborative that allows us to move somebody coming into the community and get them connected to all of our communities together. And that is valuable and very rare in economic development today. 50 years ago, 2 chambers made a bold move to merge together, understanding that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one or the few. We've done a lot of work in that 50 years. This chamber has stood in this county since 1909 for over 111 years. That leadership has helped to build the community that we know today. We've still got a lot of work to do, but together we can do that. And I look forward to being with you as we move into the future. Our chamber represents over 575 members, 9 communities, and over 210,000 residents here in Johnston County. We are the 3rd largest and fastest growing county in the state, and our future is bright. But as Graham Neville stated at the beginning of this evening's event, it is all up to you. This is your chamber. We work for you. You set the stage, you set the agenda, you set the path forward. We're here ready to move into the future with you. Thank you for being with us tonight. Again, congratulations to all our award winners. And remember, we are greater together.